The presentation this week focuses on human rights, social justice, and what happens when the rights of others are not considered when making public policy or electing officials. We have an obligation as citizens in a democratic society to become aware of disparities, to use our leadership skills to connect to the community, and to communicate our thoughts and ideas to others. The module this week supports the program learning outcomes, number 1, related to critical thinking and problem solving, number 2, communication, number 3, leadership and collaboration, and number 5, social responsibility. The learning activities for week 7 are presented to help you achieve the student learning outcome, analyze inequities in society, and identify the role of engaged citizens in a democratic society. The outcome for this presentation is students will analyze inequities in society and understand their role in identifying and solving injustices in their community. Merriam-Webster defines social justice as a state or doctrine of egalitarianism, a belief in human equality, especially with respect to social, political, and economic affairs, that promotes the common good. It is a social philosophy advocating the removal of inequalities among people. The Constitution of the United States affirms, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." The American Civil War was fought from 1861 to 1865 in order to free all people in this country. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments guaranteed freedom from slavery or involuntary servitude, citizenship of those born in the U.S., and the right to vote for all citizens, respectively. Social issues arise when there are inequalities or disparities between people, races, social status, education, or the environment. Social justice also considers the equal distribution of wealth, access to health and health care, equal opportunities for citizens, and fair allocation of privileges of all within a society. Some of the issues relate to gender, to minorities, to children, and to those who are foreign-born. In the reading, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the members of the United Nations have affirmed that all beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. That's Article 1. Individuals from member countries are entitled to the rights and freedoms without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, or birth or other station. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty, and that's Article 2. All of the articles in the Declaration relate to the worth of the individual. We should be advocates to maintain justice for those issues in which inequalities or disparities between people, races, social status, education, or in the environment occur. You read the diversity statement from St. Mary of the Woods College in Week 5. At St. Mary of the Woods College, We foster a commitment to social justice and confrontation of discrimination and ultimately uphold human dignity for all. We intentionally work toward understanding, respecting, and appreciating diversity by increasing our awareness, content knowledge, cognitive sophistication, and empathic understanding of the complex ways individuals interact within systems and institutions. In doing so, we move beyond tolerance to understanding, accepting, and celebrating our differences. As advocates for social justice, then, citizens in a democratic society should do all in their power to help when inequality and disparity occur. We cannot change the entire world. However, we can make small changes and differences in our local communities. You have completed week 6 advocating for social justice in the community that focuses on identifying a social justice issue in your local community, how it impacts the community, and how it affects individuals in society. This week's discussion looks at which social issue is most relevant to you. You can select the issue you addressed in your paper, or you can look at an issue that goes beyond your community. Although you may not be able to solve the injustice done to others, sometimes it just needs to be discussed in order for people to see the relevance. Community involvement in the form of community service is an important aspect of connecting to a community. There are a number of community groups or organizations that need volunteer help in order to better serve the needs of the individuals within the community. You may be involved in one such group or organization. Your assignment for this week is to develop a flyer to let others know how they can also be involved. Let's put it all together. In 1100 AD, an unknown monk wrote, "I wanted to change the world." He stated, "When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town, and as an older man, I tried to change my family. Now, as an old man, I realize the only thing I can change is myself, and suddenly I realize that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation, and I could have indeed have changed the world. You have the ability to change the world by changing one thing about yourself. You can become connected in your community, in a group or organization. You can eat food that you have grown yourself. You can change the way you live or travel, or you can become an advocate for a social justice issue. Any one of these activities can impact the world in small ways by rippling out from yourself to others and to the world. These were the references used to develop this presentation. Thank you for watching.